Good morning and welcome to class today. I am so glad to see you. I'm Miss Bird and I hope you are ready for a great class today. We're going to start out with our Brain Smart Start to wake up our bodies. Are you ready? Come on, stand up and join me. We're going to do head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Are you ready? Let's go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. All right, are you ready to join me now? Let's go. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. I think we can go a little bit faster. What do you think? Let's go a little bit faster. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Wow. All right, let's do some quick breathing. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Deep breath in and let it out. One more time, deep breath in and let it out. All right, friends. We are ready for our reading corner. So come on over and join me. I have a great story we're going to read today. See you over there. Hello and welcome to our reading corner. I have a story I'm going to read to you all. Country kid, city kid. So I want you to be thinking as we're reading our story. Where do you live? Do you live in the country or do you live in the city? So as we're reading our story, think about that because we're going to come back and discuss that. Country kid, city kid. Ben is a country kid. When he wakes up in the morning, he hears cows mooing and birds singing. Jody is a city kid. When she wakes up in the morning, she hears taxi cab horns and fire truck sirens. Ben lives on a farm. Where he and his family raise cattle. From his bedroom window on the second floor, he can see rows and rows of potatoes and beans. Jody lives in an apartment building with her mom and dad. From her bedroom window on the 8th floor, she can see tall skyscrapers and a busy city street filled with cars. When Ben goes to school, he takes a school bus that drives many miles on country roads to pick up children. When Jody leaves for school, her mom walks with her to the bus stop, where a crowded city bus takes her to school. At Ben's school, when it's time for recess, the kids race out to the big field behind the school to play ball. At Jody's school, the playground is surrounded by a high fence that keeps kids from running into the busy, crowded streets after escaping balls. Ben goes grocery shopping with his mother once a week. They drive to a large supermarket in the nearest town and fill up 2 big shopping carts. Jody and her mom walk to the little neighborhood stores every few days to buy fresh vegetables, meat, and bread. They carry the food home in plastic bags. To see if his grandmother has sent him a birthday card, Ben has to walk to the road where the mailbox stands. Jody's mailbox is in a large wall unit in the lobby of the building. She needs a key to open it to look for her favorite magazine. The first snowfall sends Ben scurrying for his sled to go sliding down the big hill with his friends. When it snows in the city, Jody knows to wear boots for walking on the slushy sidewalks. She can't resist jumping in the fresh snow. At Christmas time, Ben and his dad cut down a pine tree from the woods behind the farm and bring it home on the back of their truck. Jody and her parents buy their Christmas tree from a sidewalk vendor and take it home on top of a taxi cab. When Ben needs to read about a famous person for a book report, his mom drives him to the book mobile stop. When Jody needs information for a school project, she and her dad visit the neighborhood library. Every day when Ben gets home from school, his pet collie eagerly greets him and races around while he does his chores. Jody's pet hamster is quiet, sleeps a lot, and exercises on a wheel in a small cage in her bedroom. She feeds him treats and lets him scamper on her bed while she's reading. When it gets hot in the summer, Ben opens his bedroom window to let in cool breezes. When it gets hot in the summer, Jody and her parents stay inside their air-conditioned apartment with the windows shut. Sometimes they go to an air-conditioned movie. For summer vacation, Ben is eager to go to Camp Eagle Ridge to canoe, build campfires, and meet new friends. Jody is excited about her first time at Camp Eagle Ridge. She looks forward to swimming, hiking, and learning how to ride a horse. After meeting their counselors and checking out their cabins, Jody and Ben join the other campers in the main hall. Ben and Jody are paired as buddies for a scavenger hunt, and they are very excited when they find a 4-leaf clover for their list. Ben helps Jody climb on and off a horse, and Jody helps Ben braid his lanyard. Both of them have lots of fun swimming in the lake and learning how to paddle a canoe. They win second place in the team canoeing competition. On the last night of camp, the two friends sing with the others around the campfire. They promise to keep in touch until they meet at camp again next year. They make plans to send each other emails, swap photos of their pets, and share favorite mystery stories. As soon as Ben returns to his home in the country, he's going to draw a map of the constellations that he can see from his bedroom window to send to Jody. When Jody returns to the city, she is going to send Ben a street map of the city bus routes and mark where her favorite places are. Country kid, city kid, miles apart, but two of a kind. Wow. So this had a lot of great information about living in the city and living in the country. So now we're gonna work on an activity that I want you all to be able to go out and do. So today, I want you to go on a walk around your neighborhood. And I want you to look at, what do you see when you're walking around your neighborhood? And what do you possibly hear? Think about our book that we read, Country Kid, City Kid. What were some of the things that they said that they saw and heard? So when you go on your walk, I want you to think about, what are some things that you see in your neighborhood? Maybe you see a tree when you're walking. So let's draw a tree. We're gonna draw our tree. What does the tree look like that you see? Draw your tree and color that in. Put as many details as you can. And then, what are some things that you hear? Do you hear birds flying in the air? We can draw some birds. I may have seen a little bluebird flying, so I'm gonna draw a bluebird flying in the wind. Then what are some other things you may hear? You may hear a car driving by, or you may see a car. So let's draw a car. We have our wheels. Then you have the frame of your car, of the car that you saw. You have your car. Draw our door so we can get into our car. So this is what I want you to do when you go on your walk. I want you to really look around and see, what is it you see and hear in your neighborhood? Do you hear other people outside playing or see them? You can draw them. Draw the people you hear talking. There may be people outside talking, so you can draw them. There's lots of things that you can see and hear when you're walking around your neighborhood. We want all the details so that you can remember what you saw when you went on your walk. This will help us, so that way you can see, oh, I live in the city because of this, or I live in the country because of this. So when you go on your walk today, I want you to remember, what are some things that you see? Take your paper with you so that as you're out walking, you can draw these things. All right, so today we read the story, Country Kid, City Kid. And we got to see lots of similarities and differences between where they both lived. And then you're gonna go on your own neighborhood walk to talk about what you see and hear when you walk around your neighborhood. Then you can share with your family, oh, I live in the city because of this, or I live in the country because of this. I hope you enjoyed our story and really enjoy taking a walk around your neighborhood. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Kindergarten is great at Kansas City Public Schools.
I know they have really good teachers. I know this is a great school.
They teach them stuff that I thought my kids would never be able to know at the age of 5.
Since deciding to send our kiddos to a neighborhood school, we've become even more of a part of our community.
Now is the time to enroll your future kindergartner for the new school year. Visit enrollkc.org today.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Overish, and I'm so glad you're here to learn with me today. Today we're going to practice mixing colors to make new colors. But first, let's review what our primary colors are. Do you remember what the primary colors were? We have red, yellow, and blue. When we mix and match our primary colors, we can make our secondary colors. Do you remember the names of our secondary colors? We have purple, green, and orange. When we mix our colors together, they make new ones. If I put yellow and blue together, it's not going to look like yellow or blue anymore because we're mixing the two colors. Let's practice mixing some colors together today. We are going to practice mixing our primary colors to make new colors. First, I'm going to take a little bit of red and make a dot. Then I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and make a dot right next to it. Now I'm going to take a new paintbrush that doesn't have either paints on it and try to slowly mix them together. As I mix them, I want you to see if the color starts to change. Our red got a little lighter, and as it gets closer to the yellow, I start to see a new color. What new color do you start to see? Do you see orange? I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. First, we started with our red, then we had our yellow. When I took my brush and mixed them together, it made the color orange. Before I added more yellow, it was a little bit dark, a little bit closer to that red color. But as we added that lighter yellow, we can see that it makes the color orange. So we had red and yellow makes orange. Let's try a new combination of colors. I'm first gonna take some yellow and then I'm also gonna take some blue. What color do you think it's gonna make when I mix these two together? Do you think it's gonna make green or purple? Let's mix them to see. I'm gonna take my yellow and bring it into the blue. What color do you see is being made when I bring the yellow and the blue together? We see the color green. I had blue, I added yellow, and when I brought them together, it makes a green. What if I added more yellow to this mixture? Do you think the color green would get lighter or darker? Let's see what happens. When I add more yellow, my green got lighter. And when I add my blue back, it brings that green darker again. Let's try with two other color combinations. I'm going to take a little bit of red and a little bit of blue. I'm going to make sure I grab a new brush so it doesn't have the red or the blue already on it. and I'm going to slowly mix them together. What color do you think is going to be made when I mix red and blue? All right, let's see. It's a really dark color, isn't it? Do you see purple? When we mix red and blue together, it makes purple. I started with red. I added a little bit of blue, and when I mixed the two together, it makes a purple color. This is something that you can practice at home with paints. If you have watercolors, you can practice this with watercolors, or you can even practice it with color pencils. What colors can you make when you mix them together? Thank you so much for coming and learning with me today about mixing our primary colors to make new colors. Do you remember the colors we mixed and the colors that they made? When we mix blue and yellow, we got green. When we mixed yellow and red, we got orange. And when we mixed red and blue, we made purple. My name is Mrs. Overish, and I'll see you next time.
Welcome to Hartman Elementary School. My name is Dr. Jessie Kirksey, and I'm principal of this fine school. We are dedicated to providing our boys and girls an education of the finest quality. We nurture and we care. We have 3 focuses here at Hartman School: attendance, achievement, and attitude. We are child-centered. We ask our community and our parents every year to join hands with us to help us provide an education of the finest quality for our junior citizens, and they are doing this. Welcome to Hartman School, and we know that you will enjoy this virtual tour. Our mission at John T. Hartman Elementary School is to create a safe and nurturing environment where all children can become lifelong learners. Our responsibility is to lead, encourage, and provide the opportunity for all students to reach their full potential and be productive in our diverse and global society. We begin our educational journey with our preschool program. This is where we begin to cut the apron strings as our young scholars learn how to listen, work, and play together with teachers and classmates. Our preschool environment sets the tone for learning daily routines, a peek at this big, wide, wonderful world in which we live, and begins to build the foundation for future learning opportunities. It is a full-day program. Our kindergarten program continues to lay the foundation for reading, writing, exploring, and problem solving. We believe to be successful in any space, scholars must have strong reading, writing, and math skills. Our kindergarten scholars learn over 100 sight words throughout the year. Our teachers incorporate strategies to develop student literacy. We also partner with organizations such as Lead to Read and Literacy KC. These organizations, along with their volunteers, help promote fun and engaging learning environments. Our vision at John T. Hartman Elementary School is to create a collaborative learning community that is caring, nurturing, respectful, and safe, while passionately developing academic and social excellence for all. Our collaborative community will fight passionately and gracefully to prepare lifelong learners to compete in society. Hartman offers digital devices for all of our scholars. Scholars feel a sense of control over their education while developing a 21st century skill set. We offer iSpark, or STEM, along with art, music, physical education, and library. Students have access to interactive tools to open a world of science, technology, and math using hands-on curriculum. We offer a variety of activities and clubs to inspire and motivate our primary and intermediate scholars. Our Hartman Gems, our girls, and gents, our young men, are special groups of scholars who have exhibited leadership, respect for others, and a sense of purpose. We also have our newspaper club, our drama club, Girl Scouts, and Boy Scouts, all for free before and after school care in partnership with Link. We believe that our parents are the first and best teachers of their youngsters. We ask our parents to join hands with us as we provide an education of the finest quality for the best scholars in the nation. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you have any questions or if you would like a personal tour, please call us at 816-418-1750. We would like for you to become a part of our Hartman family.
Hey, Kansas City, how about some amazing pumpkin pie? What do you think of that? Hey Kansas City, it's Chef Tom at the Cardinal Cafe in beautiful downtown Kansas City. Guess what? It's getting on toward Thanksgiving, so I was thinking maybe we should go ahead and make a pumpkin pie. You can see there are not a lot of ingredients to pumpkin pie. I mean, we've got some eggs, some heavy cream, some sugar, butter, nutmeg, cinnamon, some vanilla, and some pumpkin pack. Now here's an interesting thing. You can make this into a sweet potato pie just as easily by getting rid of the pumpkin and putting in sweet potatoes. You know, just as you would cook the pumpkin, you'd cook the sweet potatoes. Cook them down, get yourself a couple cups of mashed up sweet potatoes. Boom, get rid of the pumpkin, you got sweet potato pie. Okay, we're gonna start out today with getting our eggs into our bowl. When we're cracking eggs, what's the first thing we do? We check them. We never go directly into our mixing bowl with our eggs, just in case we get a shell in there or a bad egg, okay? We always have to make sure they look good. Of course, this guy, number one's looking good. Get number two in there. Oh yeah, perfect. just like downtown. Okay, but you always want to take a little look around and make sure that there's no shell, that you've got a perfect egg. We're gonna go right in there, okay? Now, once our eggs are in there, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get some butter in. Okay, our butter is nice and soft because we need to have this butter soft when we start. Have a look at that. Just really nice soft butter. You know, we left it sit out for the most of the day today. Now, at this point, I like to go ahead and add my pumpkin in now because I've got some nice stuff in there that I can work on some consistency with. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this pumpkin in here. We're just gonna start to give this a nice little mix up, okay? And break down these yolks. Now, quite honestly, some people do this in the mixer. It doesn't bother me to do it by hand. A lot of my students, when we're making biscuits or cake mix or pancakes, they want to know why we don't use the mixer. Well, the fact of the matter is I find it very easy to overmix things with the mixer. And when I'm doing it just by hand, I just seem to get a better end result. Here comes our heavy cream in. Now, once we start to incorporate this, we're actually going to switch over to our whisk. Okay? But we're going to get all this heavy cream started so we don't have too sloshy of a product once we get that whip going, okay? Yeah, we're starting to get a nice color here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna scrape off our spatula with our whip. Some call it a whisk. Whisk, whip, doesn't really matter. Now, we're gonna start getting this guy going a little. You can see that there's little tiny chunks of butter in there. I'm all right with that. Now, we're gonna go ahead with our cinnamon and our nutmeg. And this nutmeg, we went ahead and we ground actually from the nut of the nutmeg. We've got just a little half teaspoon of each. That's just fine. Now, while those give off a really nice holiday smell, you can really smell that nutmeg and that cinnamon in there. We're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna add our vanilla and our sugar. Okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you, me personally, I can make a pie crust pretty quick. You know, pie crust is pretty easy. It's a little flour, a little butter, a little cold water, okay, a little sugar. But guess what? Today, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a Pillsbury ready to go pie crust. I'm gonna reach back and grab one of our spatulas because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this in the pie crust. We're just gonna take our time. You can see that we still got a little bit of butter floating around in there, which is just fine. Because as we bake, that butter is gonna break down. Now, before this guy goes in the oven, we're just gonna drop him down a couple of times, not real hard. We just wanna work out a little bit of air from this pie mix. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna get this baby in the oven, but guess what? When we come back, we've got a real treat. We're gonna make some homemade whipped cream. We'll be right back.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor, and being an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
Hey Kansas City, I don't know about you, but when I'm having pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, the one thing I really love on my pumpkin pie is some whipped cream. And we're gonna make some whipped cream right now. And one of the first things you wanna make sure you do is to make sure that your bowl is nice and icy cold that you're making your whipped cream with. We're gonna get this guy on here, okay? And this is the whip attachment that we're gonna use, okay? And get him in there. Now, our bowl is locked in tight. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna raise our mixer. We're gonna put in our cream. Yeah, very nice, bright white whipping cream. Always gonna need heavy whipping cream. And just like your bowl, you're gonna want it icy cold. Now, we're just gonna let it start moving around that bowl, okay? This process is gonna take us 6-7 minutes, somewhere in there. But from what we're doing right now, we're just moving this whipped cream around. We're trying to incorporate some air. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm sure that you've had whipped cream out of the tub, out of the can, stuff like that. This whipped cream, you will never believe the difference. And it's so easy. It is so easy. So right now our whipped cream's just moving around. We're gonna increase our speed a little to incorporate a little more air. We've got our powdered sugar right here. Once our whipped cream starts to tighten up a little, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some of that powdered sugar. And the fact of the matter is that we're gonna be tasting this 2-3 times to make sure that we're hitting our flavor profile and our sweetness for this whipped cream. Okay, some people like whipped cream very, very sweet. I'm okay with it not quite as sweet. So it's very funny whenever I make it, people are like, could you put in a little more sugar? So that's the whipped cream we're gonna attempt tonight, is a little sweeter whipped cream. As this is mixing, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna grab our vanilla. And really, I like to put in about a teaspoon. Now, if you come up with that camera, you can see that we are starting to thicken up a little. And we're just gonna watch it and let it go. And that's just it. You can't be in a hurry for this. If you're in a hurry, you're gonna whip it on too high a speed. And do you know what happens when you whip whipped cream too much? You get butter. You may as well throw some salt in there and put it on buns. But for this, we're not gonna get that far. We're gonna have amazing whipped cream that goes on our pie. And right now, it's getting pretty nice. You can start to see some ridges in there. And so, you know, in the next minute or so, we're gonna be there. So it's almost time to start adding some sugar. And we're gonna stop this guy for 1 minute. And we're just gonna show you on a spoon that it's starting to get thicker, okay? So we're gonna go ahead for just another minute or so before we start to add our powdered sugar. And this is kind of like watching paint dry. You know, you just can't be in a hurry, you gotta take your time. And right now is when I wanna start adding some sugar to this because it's looking good. I'm just gonna take my spatula and get a couple drops of sugar in there. We're gonna start with about 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And this is powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar. This is not just cane sugar. I don't know if I mentioned that to start or not, but this is powdered sugar. Now, our whipped cream is coming together so nice. We've got less than a minute. But this is going to be our opportunity to stop our mixer and get in there and take a little taste. Wow, look at that. That looks nice. Okay, I love it right where it's at. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in a little more sugar because I know that there are some people that like it just a little sweeter than I do. So we'll go in with another half a cup. And the thing is, if you come over and look, this whipped cream, we're going to whip it for about 20 more seconds. And we're going to shut her down. That's it. We're going to go ahead and lower it on our post. And we're going to pop it off of here. I just want you to have a look at how nice that is. I mean, that's absolutely beautiful whipped cream. I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our whipped cream in the cooler just to make sure that our peaks stay nice and stiff. And we're going to get that pie out of the oven. And guess what? We're going to cut up some pumpkin pie. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor and be an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
All right, Kansas City, so I've got to come true with you. This pie looks amazing, but I did not just pull this pie out of the oven because actually pumpkin pie is going to take about 55 to 60 minutes to bake. And while it's baking, this beautiful pumpkin filling is going to come up almost like a souffle. It's going to come up about this high above your pie crust. And then when it cools down, it's going to go ahead and level out. Okay, so this has been in the refrigerator for a couple of hours because there's no way that you can serve pumpkin pie right out of the oven. You have to let it rest, you have to let it cool. Okay, so that's exactly what we've done with this. And the fact of the matter is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dish this up in just a minute or two. But here's the thing. Earlier I was talking about sweet potato pie versus pumpkin pie. Myself, I find either one of them amazing. I love sweet potato pie. And I actually, growing up in Wisconsin, had never ever heard of sweet potato pie until I moved to Missouri, to Kansas City. And when I worked on the private rail cars, I worked with a guy named Bob Wheeler. And the first time he made sweet potato pie, I was hooked. And this guy makes the best sweet potato pie I've ever had. And he did. He taught me the secrets to it. And that's why I make my pie interchangeable, because my pumpkin pie is really his sweet potato pie recipe with pumpkin. Okay? I have to give credit where credit's due. I cannot lie to you, Kansas City. So, let's give this baby a cut and see what it looks like. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous here because it's always something special to do this right on live TV after you make the pie. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is some gorgeous pumpkin pie. I am so happy right now. I tell you what, the only thing that's gonna make this pumpkin pie any better is a big old slather of whipped cream. So let me run over and grab that whipped cream. I'll be right back. Ooh, am I happy. So remember, just a few minutes ago, we went ahead and we whipped up this cream. we put in about 1.25 cups of powdered sugar to 1 quart of heavy cream and a teaspoon of vanilla. Now, look at that. That whipped cream is so nice and thick. And I don't know about you, but my Uncle John always said that all pie was something to hold his whipped cream. And he would put a lot on there. I tell you what, Kansas City, this is by far one of my favorite pies to make. Super easy, super delicious. My wife loves it, so I make a lot of it. Hey, Kansas City, you know, I always get a little nostalgic at the holidays. You know, as you get a little older, you remember the past and how much fun you had. For us, it was my grandmother's house. You know, she had 8 kids and all 8 of them would show up with their families at the house, and the house would be loud. There'd be the adult table that was all set up gorgeous. There'd be the kids' tables. And the fact of the matter is that there would be turkey and dressing and green bean casserole and dinner rolls and always 2 and 3 different kinds of pie. And the fact of the matter is that this holiday season, no matter what's happening, make some time for your family. You know, mend some bridges that are burned, do what you need to do, but don't let your family go without letting them how you feel this holiday season. Because I'm going to tell you what, this pie specifically reminds me of when I was a kid watching my mom make pie. And, you know, you get into this tradition, and especially for our family's very French, and pumpkin pie was not necessarily something French. We did a lot of traditional meat pies and things like that, and this is something my mother brought to the table. So I'm just saying, I hope you have a great holiday season, and realistically, I'm going to tell you what, for me, it's time for me to make sure that this pie is suitable for everybody in my family, because I love pie. And guess what? I love whipped cream too. So let's give this a try. Make sure it's good, as if there's any question in the world. Now, tell you what. Look at that. When you can stab your fork into pumpkin pie and it stays on the fork, it's right. Oh man. Kansas City, best pumpkin pie ever. Go enjoy your holiday. Happy Thanksgiving.
We are happy to have you visit our family here at Northeast Middle School. My name is Principal Schriever, and I am the principal here at Northeast Middle School. We serve students in the 7th and 8th grade in the historic Northeast neighborhood in Kansas City.
Welcome to Northeast Middle, the home of the mighty Titans.
Welcome to Northeast Middle. Transitioning to middle school is exciting, but it can also be scary. But that's what we're here for. I teach student success skills, a class where students get in touch with their emotions and learn how to stay on task in their courses.
Hello, my name is Mirna Naya. I am the parent liaison at Northeast Middle School. I communicate with parents, legal guardians regarding school information, events, school advisory committee, and more. I love interacting with students' families every day.
Hello and welcome. My name is Christine Dismay, and I teach geography and economics here at Northeast Middle School. We have a safe and nurturing environment in our classrooms. Your student will enjoy learning here.
Hi, I'm Laura Culp. I'm an 8th grade math teacher. Welcome to 8th grade. We offer advanced courses in all core subjects. Learning here is fun and rigorous because we care about our students and their academic experience. Northeast Middle School students are successful and prepared for high school.
AVID, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, is a college and career readiness program. Students develop the skills they need to be successful in college starting in middle school. Most students continue their AVID course throughout high school with the same group of peers.
Hi, I'm Mr. Fleming, and I teach PE and health at Northeast Middle School, and we have a wide range of electives including choir, band, orchestra, visual arts, creative writing, and much more.
Hello, my name is Kenneth Moore, and I teach 7th, 8th grade choir. Our goal is to ensure our students get the very best academic opportunities. Our students maintain a well-rounded experience.
Northeast Middle School is truly a diverse environment. We have scholars from all over the world, and we have as many as 30 languages spoken in our building at any given time. To celebrate the diversity in our building, we host an international festival so our scholars can get a true taste of the world.
Hi, I'm Ben Jonte. I'm the art teacher at Northeast Middle School. Project Lead the Way, one of our electives, provides our students with hands-on, real-world learning. This will give them experience in growing industries like computer science, design, and robotics.
Hello, I'm Ms. Shepard, and I'm the athletic director here at Northeast Middle School. Here at Northeast Middle School, we offer variety sports for boys and girls, including basketball, track and field, soccer, wrestling, swimming, cross country, flag football, cheerleading, and volleyball.
Thank you for taking the time to visit with us today here at Northeast Middle School. To learn more about our campus or to request a personal tour, please call 816-418-3400. We look forward to sharing with you more of the exciting things occurring at Northeast Middle School. Welcome to East High School. My name is Louis Sinahosa, and I am the principal. I'm looking forward for you to learn all about our East Bears, and thank you for taking the time to visit with us.
At East, we serve students in 9th through 12th grades. We first opened our doors in 1924 to serve high school students on the east side of Kansas City. With more than 50 plus languages and countries represented at our school, East is one of the largest and most diverse high schools in Kansas City. Our mission is to ensure each student reaches his or her fullest potential as a learner. With literacy as our focus, our goal is for all students to be successful and gain valuable experience throughout their high school career. After graduation, our students go on to be successful in either college or the career of their choice. We put a focus on learning through a 21st century lens. To prepare students for life beyond high school, we have specific college and career pathways which include agriculture, health science and bioscience, nursing, engineering, teaching, EMT, law and public safety, construction, barber and cosmetology, computer science, culinary, and more. Students can graduate with their industry-recognized credential in their chosen pathway and have job options upon graduation. East offers traditional high school classes, advanced placement, and dual credit courses. In addition, we offer Early College Academy where students attend Metropolitan Community College, Penn Valley, where they can graduate with both their high school diploma and associate's degree. We welcome immigrants and refugees into our school. With a high level of English language learners, or ELL students start in small group instruction to help them quickly get up to speed with their counterparts. They will have ongoing ELL support to ensure they are successful throughout high school. Along with a high-level academic rigor, East also offers a wide range of sports, clubs, and other activities. Our soccer teams have become some of the most dominant programs in their division. Plus, many of our scholar athletes have earned scholarships to play their given sport at the collegiate level in soccer, football, volleyball, and more. We have something for everyone in our school. Students can be part of junior ROTC, art, instrumental and vocal music, or take a variety of electives. Plus, we offer activities including bike club, dance, debate, newspaper, student council, yearbook, and more. At East High, we believe each student has untapped potential. Students have opportunities to visit colleges, universities, and other post-secondary institutions, as well as participate in job shadowing and internships related to their career interests. Thank you for visiting. We hope you enjoyed the tour. If you want to learn more about East, please call us at 816-418-3125. Go Bears!